It's your boy PBK9s. I got the lights off right now. You know, I'm gonna turn the lights on when I get into the show. Got the lights off because I got little pups here with me. You know, it's your boy PBK9s holding them old family Southern Reds. The first generation of them old family Southern Reds right here. Old family Southern Reds, yes sir. PBK9s, man. Had to turn the lights out for these little jokers. I don't want to hurt their eyes. Cause I know their eyes just opening up and don't need to have them bright lights on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What are you talking about? That's right. What are you talking about? What you talking about, huh? Yeah. Yeah, they 3 weeks old tomorrow. They be 3 weeks old tomorrow. But like I said, man, this private stock right here, this straight private stock, you know, gotta make sure our dogs get to the right people, man. Gotta make sure our dogs get to the right people. Ain't that right? But yeah, y'all get into the show, man. PBK9s, and I'm out. Thank y'all for tuning back in. It's your favorite channel, Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. If you're not getting the notifications, unsubscribe to the channel and then subscribe back and then hit the notification bell. YouTube is having its little problems or whatever. Everybody's saying that's the way to fix it. If you're having the notification problem, unsubscribe and hit the subscribe button again as well. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. If you like the video and like the content we dropping, don't forget, like I always say, to drop down in them comments, you know, like you always do. Big salute to all the brothers and sisters down in the chat right now. You know, big salute to all the brothers and sisters down in the chat. And a big salute to all the bulldog and dog lovers from one side of the world to the other side of the world. Big salute to all my people in the UK holding it down. You know what I'm saying? We got some dog news, some dog talk for the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's just get into it, man. Let's just get into it. I hope everybody having a great holidays. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get into that dog talk, man. First thing I want to talk about, you know, some brothers want me to, this is a news channel, you know, as well as we do it all. News, dog talk, interviews, you know, anything when it comes to do with dogs. We do it all. But when I give you the news, fair and unbiased, you know, some brothers want me to come up here and like be sad every single time I give the news. Listen, you know, when them brothers and sisters go work for them news stations, you can't worry about the news that you're giving. You coming to work. You just giving the news. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving the news. I can't have emotions for what's going on in these situations. You know, all I can do is give you the news. You know what I'm saying? If somebody can't understand that, you know, it's not my fault. Everybody's brain is not developed on the same level. You know, we know that. We all know that. That's proven fact. Just by brothers' actions every day. You know what I'm saying? Just by brothers' actions every day. So, my thing is, not worried about if your feelings hurt. Not worried about if you understand it. Just give you the news. Do you understand everything that's coming on them news channels when you watch the news and 6 o'clock news from your local news? Do you understand everything? Or you don't worry about it. You know that's just the news. What blah blah, you know, whatever's on it is on it. And that's how it's gonna be with the dog news. You know, I can't worry about if you know that person or if you know this person or if you know that person. Just the news, you know? And that's just all it is to it. I'm not a basic dogger, so don't put me in the class with your basic doggers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all brothers are slow. You know, you do the same shit over and over and over. I'm not in that class. I'm in a class of my own. I'm not trying to be like the next person. I'm not trying to do what the next person did. I'm not trying to be Don Mayfield. I'm not trying to be Mr. Two to them. I'm trying to be better than them. You understand? When it comes to these dogs, y'all set limits. Y'all act like certain people are like at a level where You can't exceed that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk about these certain doggers, great doggers. You know, don't get me wrong, great doggers. But brothers acting like they can't exceed these levels. So that's why y'all stuck on talking about these same dogs over and over and over and over and over, same people over and over. You can't exceed these brothers' levels. Oh, you can, but in some of y'all minds, you can't exceed it. And it ain't my fault. Some brothers gonna catch it, some brothers gonna understand exactly what I'm talking about. And some brothers, it'll be 5 or 10 years later. You know, it's 2023, it'll be 2033, and they may be watching this video and, oh, I understand now what he was talking about. Like I said, man, I can't slow down and wait for you to catch up. I got to just give you the news the way I get the news. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I ain't your average dogger. You know, I ain't your average dogger. Now, to the brothers, you know, that don't understand why I do the news. There's some of y'all brothers that don't deserve to have pit bulls. See, my purpose of this news channel is to say what some of these other brothers, it's not that they don't want it, they scared to say it, they just don't want to say it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't deserve pit bulls. A lot of y'all don't supposed to have pit bulls. And I ain't talking about these brothers who getting dogs biting people. We already know that bad owners is bad owners, or irresponsible owners rather, irresponsible, and sometimes accidents just happen. We're not talking about that. We're talking about your gang dog brothers. All of y'all don't deserve to have pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? And we can sit back and act like you do, you damn don't. You know, and that's what one part of the game that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do on my channel. And that's why them brothers rock with me, because they know, hey, the Bay gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? It's a majority of y'all. You wonder what's best bloods, this and that. You don't even deserve to have a damn pit bull. You know? It's folk like you that make the breed bad. Folk like you to make the breed bad. But you ain't heard it first, man. Y'all hit that like button up, man. Y'all hit that like button up, drop down in them comments. Big salute to all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to all my brothers. But we can't help if brothers can't understand about this dog game. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, time is money, and time is something you can't pay for in this dog game. You know what I'm saying? Something you can't pay for, you got to just put it in. You know? You got to just put it in. Now, what I can't seem to understand is why these brothers won't. They got so many questions, so many different things they'll say about the Bay, but you can't get them to talk about Channel 5. You can't get them to talk about Channel 13 that just put their cousin on the news for murder. You can't get them to talk about Channel 6 news that's talking about this and talking about that, because they understand that. They used to that. They came up on that man while they was little kids. They came up looking at the news of that man on the news telling them this, but they can't understand how a brother like me get up here and give the news. You know what I'm saying? They can't see that because I look too much like them. I look too much like them, so I'm not supposed to be educated enough. I'm not supposed to be knowledgeable enough to understand that this game ain't the way it used to be, to give you the game the way I see it. Not the way it got to be for you, but the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? The way things are going, you know, and I give you the news no matter what breed of dog it is. I'm trying to figure out, do y'all call Channel 5 and ask them, do they enjoy giving the news? Do y'all call them? No, man. A lot of y'all are feminine, man. Y'all brothers are feminine, and you can't control your own mind. You let other brothers dictate what you think. And I'm trying to figure out how y'all grown-ass men got kids. You trying to tell them who to be around and who not to be around when you, as a grown man, let somebody else dictate your own mind. Puppet soldiers, man. Toy soldiers. Battery in the back, brothers. Take that door cell out your back. You know what I'm saying? Take that door cell out your back. See what they do. You know? See what they do. See, this is one thing a lot of y'all brothers got to understand, man. I do this thing for the masses when it comes to these pit bulls, right? I do this thing for the masses when it comes to these pit bulls. The game. See, a lot of these brothers got the game effed up. Fucked all the way up. The game bigger than you, fam. The game bigger than me. You know, the game is not about you, homie. I do this for the masses when it comes to this pit bulls. I can care less whether you catch an attitude, you catch an attitude, you catch an attitude. I do this for everybody. UK, Barry 187, Mary, everybody. You know, all my folk in South Africa, everybody. Not just you over there in Tennessee, not just you over there in New York, not just you in South Carolina, you know? So when you want to feel some kind of way, I mean, it is what it is. Everything not going to be meant to take it easy. Everything not going to come to you smooth. Everything not going to be peanut butter and jelly. And that's what distinguishes the rest from the best. You know? And when I say that, I don't mean dog channels, I mean dog men. You know what I'm saying? Dog men. See? We got some stuff to talk about today, man. We got some stuff to talk about today. You know, we got some stuff to talk about today because, like I said, the dog game is bigger than these brothers. These brothers been so gassed up with brothers being on their jock for so long, they think they are the dog game. No one man is the dog game. You know, Mr. Kobe is not the dog game. Mr. Tudor is not the dog game. Mayday is not the dog game. Eli Jeep is not the dog game. Everybody is the dog game. You know, it's not just one person. So when I do this, I don't do this for you. I do this for everybody. You know what I'm saying? PBK9s, man. PBK9s, we got to keep this thing going, man. Got to keep this thing going, you know? Another thing, man. Another thing, you know? Brothers want you to be stupid when it comes to these dog channels. Brothers want you to be stupid. And see, one thing about it, I ain't no stupid brother. You know what I'm saying? Brothers want you to get up here and say, oh, yo, they just busting, they just bust in New Jersey. Y'all get on the low. Y'all get on the low. Y'all hide y'all dogs. Get them cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Get all the scars off of them. Make sure that's what y'all want me to do, right? But you must think I'm stupid as hell. You know, stupid is as stupid does. My brothers. All I can do is give you the news. Do what you want to with it. Do what you want to with it. See, I can give you a water story. I can give you a keep story. I can give you any kind of story, you know. But if the best dog channel, if what it takes to be the best dog channel is to help you do illegal stuff, to guide you in your illegal activity, I don't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? That is not my purpose of talking this dog talk and dog news and dog stories and pedigrees or anything. You know, I'm not trying to do it. And one thing I know, we have brothers every single age that watch these videos. So common sense tell me that a brother 19-year-old, brother 22 years old is not comprehending certain things that a brother speak on. And I'm going to speak on some of that later on in this video as well when it comes to newbies and old schoolers. You know, we're going to speak on that as well. But right now, we're just talking about this. You know, brothers can't be stupid. Don't be stupid because another brother wants you to be stupid for views or for likes. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, once a brother is in any type of trouble, all these brothers is going to do is go to the next dog channel. You know what I'm saying? Go to the next dog channel. So at the end of the day, PBK9 is going to give it the same way I've been doing it. Give you that news, whether you like it, or whether you don't. It ain't my problem. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my problem. And that's to the brothers that make them idiotic statements. But now, let me address one of my brothers who made a great statement. You know what I'm saying? And one deserves real dog talk, you know what I'm saying, from the Bay. You know, big shouts out to my brother Vernon Starr that was saying the scatterbred don't not necessarily mean the dog's gonna be healthy or, you know, the big gene pool situation. All right. I want to send a salute once again to the real pit bull lovers out there. Brother Starr, all the brothers down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to all the brothers. But this is what I was speaking about, okay? Y'all remember some weeks back when Brother J-Bo was saying, these dogs, how can you say they scatterbred when they go back to basically the same stuff? Okay, that's my point. When it comes to these gene pools, whatever genes you start with, that's the genes you have. You know, you don't get other genes if you don't have them. It's common sense and it's proven fact. Okay? Because see, everything scatterbred is only a term that really we can go by far as saying what us brothers see in these papers right now in the first 2 or 3 generations, 4 generations. But at the end of the day, reality, like J-Bo said, you know what I'm saying? These dogs go back to the same dogs. Okay? Now, if you got 1 million dogs that all go back to 6, 10 dogs, no matter how many dogs you have on this side of the boat, you got 1 million dogs on this side of the boat, all these millions of dogs, no matter how you bred these dogs, only have the genes from these 10 dogs. You know, that's what I mean by that. Okay, we can say these millions of dogs are scattered all this way, scattered all that way. This dog bred this dog bred that way, because we got 1 million different bloodlines. We got so many different bloodlines that came from these 10 dogs, right? These 10 dogs are all the genes that we have. We don't have any more genes to add to this millions of dogs. Whatever these 10 dogs had is whatever these millions of dogs possess. Now, when we do all this inbreeding over here, no matter how you think you inbreeding and bringing more genes in, you're not bringing no more genes in than what these 10 dogs possess, because we started from them 10. You know, we started from them 10. That's what I mean by that. So now when we do all this inbreeding further year after year after year, the genes are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. No matter how you outbreed it, if you still breeding to them dogs that came off of these 10 dogs, then you're not getting no more genes in your gene pool. You may be getting a dog where you can look at on your papers and say, oh, I went out to an Eli dog. But that Eli dog still going back to Earl Tudor. And that Jeep dog still going back to Earl Tudor, Dabo. And that red boy dog, whatever dog, going back to Dabo, you know? So at the end of the day, only genes you got in all of them dogs is the genes that Dabo had. You know, genes getting passed down from, boom, generation to generation to generation. You know, and that's what make it so important. What Brother Garcia said and different other brothers said about the Staffordshire Terriers. You see? Because when you added that Staffordshire Terrier into your program, then will you get another gene pool from a whole nother set of genes of dogs that leads back to the pit bulls, but 9 times out of 10, it don't lead to the 10 that's in these million. See, these Staffordshire gene is gonna go to some other lines of the American Pit Bull Terriers that it was breeding while Earl Tudor and them and everybody else, Mayfield and them breeding their dogs. They was breeding these staffs and all this other stuff over here. So they got different genes in their dogs. You know, they didn't start from these 10. Heinzel and the Bounce Dog, and they didn't start from them. So they got some different stuff. Now, if you want to go way further back and you start going to dogs like the Pincher dog and all them, you know, all them dogs' genes, you know, but back then we're not going to add that into the program, because one thing about back then, them brothers was quick to add more genes into the program. You know, I'm gonna exempt them from this talk, because them brothers back then would hide what they had. They would hide their sauce. They didn't want you to know what that special sauce was. You know, a brother might have the top of the line dogs and might be added some bulldog in it and got even better dogs, but you don't know what these is, because this ain't that generation where brothers gassed up off the pedigrees. You know, this was that generation where we talking about brothers just wanted to have the best dog. You know, they didn't care about who had the most money, who got the best looking pedigrees. They wanted who got the best dog. Word around town was Jimmy had the best dog. Word around town was so-and-so got the best dog. And we're not talking about the 70s. We're talking about way before then. Because we're talking about genes. Me and my brother Vern talking about genes, and these genetics, how big these gene pools is. If you start with a certain amount, you still have that certain amount, no matter how many dogs you end up with. If you got 10 dogs, I'm going to explain it again to my brothers who may be just coming into the video. If you got 10 dogs that you started 1 million pit bulls with, all that million pit bull genes is them 10 dogs. No matter how many, if you get 2 million pit bulls that only came from this 10 dogs, the genes that you have in these pit bulls are only from these 10 dogs. No matter how many ways you cross them, no matter which colors they come out, no matter how they look, the gene pool in these dogs only stretch to these 10 dogs. So when you do your inbreeding, you're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You never get bigger and bigger and bigger unless you add something else in it. Now, brothers think that add something else in it means add some Jeep in it, add some Red Boy in it, add some Bolio in it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about now. That's the modern day way of thinking of scattered this, scattered that. But at the end of the day, all them dogs going back to the same genetics, to the same gene pool, to the same gene pool. And I'm willing to bet you, if they really check the masses of these pit bulls, the gene pool is super small. That's why you get fucked up dogs. Not talking about bad structure, I'm talking about just in general. That's why you get so many weak dogs. And that's why, even though I talk trash about the staffs and all that type of stuff, that's what makes the staff so important. It is the American Pit Bull Terrier, different name, bred slightly different, but at the same time, it gives you a whole different gene pool, and big gene pool dogs are a proven fact more healthy than small gene pool dogs. Scatterbred, not a proven fact that your dogs are more healthy than the other dogs, because your dogs aren't really scatterbred. That's just a term that brothers use because what we see on the papers. Genetic-wise, your dog is still as small as hell as the other dog. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how many different pedigrees and bloodlines your dog got in them papers in the first 4 generations, if all them dogs still going back to the 10th. You can have none of the matching bloodlines in your pedigrees. None of the bloodlines match at all. And you saying, oh, this is a scatterbred dog. But when you go back 15, 20 generations, all the dogs going back to the same dog. Small gene pool, unhealthy dogs, Staffordshire, add something else different into your program, still got your bulldog, but you got more genes now. So I will say again, the most important thing adding the staff into your program could do, is open up your gene pool. Open up your gene pool, man. Because I can say, oh yeah, I want to add some structure. I want to add this frame into it. I want to add that. But at the end of the day, once you add that staff into your dog, it opens up your dog to an array of more different, you might have different shapes, different hair structures. Like, your dog is going to be more healthy. And I'm not telling nobody to go out there and breed their dog to no staff, because we definitely ain't looking for that. But when we're talking about gene pools, we got to go further back than Jeep, Red Boy, and all them. We got to go to the dogs that created them, and go back to the dogs that created them. And then look, and then go back to where your dog is at, and see how many different dogs was your dog produced from, okay, I got Red Boy, Jocko. It's not supposed to be no kin to these dogs over here. But when you go to take all these years back, they go back to the same mom and daddy. So it just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this thing moving, man. PBK9s give you that dog talk, dog news, the way I always do. Y'all hit that like button up, man. Don't forget to hit that like button up. Big salute to my brothers and sisters down in the chat, man. Big salute to them brothers down in the chat. Got a question for y'all, man. Why? Your dog can have the nicest house ever. Why? And maybe one of y'all brothers and sisters down in the chat can answer this. Why will a dog, knowing he got a castle within 3 feet of him, the go-to, why would he sit out in the rain and just look? Why dogs do that? Like, I seen plenty of dogs with nice houses, nice warm houses, and it get the raining hard and they just sit out there in the rain. You know, maybe somebody has an answer for this. I'm just trying to figure out the mind of a dog. You know, PBK9s, I like to get into a dog brain to actually know everything about a dog, and I just can't figure out. A lot of things I can figure out. I can figure out what makes a dog do this, what makes a dog do that. But I can't figure out what makes a dog sit in the rain. I know if I'm sitting in the rain, I'm watching something, I'm guarding something, I'm working, I'm doing something like that. But I'm not just going to be sitting out there in my leisure, just sitting, looking, you know. So drop down in the chat, brothers, and let me know why your pooch like to sit in the rain, if you have one that like to sit in the rain. You know, okay, my brothers, let's get into some of this dog talk right here now. I had a brother, well, not I had, but I seen a brother, Facebook ask, you know, why is it okay for a legend to breed untested when it's not okay for a newbie to do it? Okay. Hey, great question, brother. Great question. You know, I'm just giving you my opinion on this answer. You know, just give my opinion. It's gonna be a couple answers you can get from a couple, you know, many brothers will probably give you different answers. We talking one question you ask. Why is it okay for legend to breed untested if it's not for a newbie? First answer is legend seen more. Legend know what he's looking for. Legend knows what he sees when he sees it. Newbie doesn't. Newbie only thinks they know. You know, newbie thinks they know. And one thing I know about a newbie, because everybody has been a newbie at least one time. One thing I know about a newbie through my going through newbie stages, newbies think they know it all and don't know shit. Don't know shit. It's like you playing Uno and didn't know it was a draw 4 card in there. You know, didn't know it was a draw 2 card in the deck. But you think you winning. You think you win it till you got slapped pop with that draw 4 in the middle of your show. You know what I'm saying? Newbies think they know it all and got to find out later that you didn't know. You know, I thought I knew. Damn, that's what it meant by that. Or dang, that's what it meant by that. You know, legends know what they know. You know, and even you got legends that know different. Their knowledge is on a level right here where you might have another one where his knowledge is on a level up there. And you might have another one where his knowledge is on a level up there. You know, it's just time, going through things, making mistakes, making great things happen, producing great things, buying bullshit, producing bullshit. You know, it's just going through time when it comes to this dog game. And like I always say, time is something you can't pay for. Experience is something you can't pay for in this dog game. You know, experience is the most valuable thing when it comes to this dog game. You know, experience when it comes to dealing with these dog brothers. Experience when it comes to dealing with these dogs. Experience when it comes to anything when it comes to the dog game. It's priceless. You know, priceless. You got brothers, newbies, who don't know how these brothers is in this dog game, who don't know how shiesty these brothers get in this dog game, who don't know how brothers hang these papers in this dog game, who don't know how brothers flip that Florida flip on you in this dog game. Newbies. Then you come as a newbie, you just want to spend your bread, you just trying to do the right things in this dog game, but you getting juked by a dude who got a more experience than you, you know, who got more experience than you. So when you want to say take one untested back then in my days, when I was young, taking one untested as a newbie and breeding it was just foolish. And like I said, we talking about when I was a teenager. All right. But the thing is, as you live and you learn, that knowledge stays in your brain. Some dog brothers out there can look at a dog. They can look at a dog without even seeing anything and give you a real high percentage opinion about certain things about that particular dog. They might not be dead on, but they can give you an opinion about certain things. And the opinion that they give you be validated by the actions of that dog. See, newbies, all right, quick example. That's like saying, you get all your old school brothers who in these dog papers, all your old school brothers from the 70s, Mayfield, Carver, all these brothers. You don't think Mayfield, if he got out of the dog game, Carver, he got out of the dog game, Mr. Tudor got out of the dog game, Kobe got out of the dog game, sold all their dogs. And they wanted to get back in the dog game as an old man. You don't think they know what to look for? They wouldn't have to do the stuff that you newbies would have to do in order to start their yard back up. They wouldn't get shit by the brothers who shitting some of you newbies because they got experience already. You can't tell Mr. Kobe something because he got experience already when it comes to trying to shit him or trying to get over on him. So that's when all that experience kick in. That's when that knowledge on I'm going to do it my way kick in. A lot of y'all newbies, you'll follow the trail. You'll follow the trail of a brother who's just trying to get the paper out your pocket. You're not really trying to help you advance in the dog game. You got brothers in this dog game that's just like, listen here, man. These brothers in the dog game is just like the dope game. Just like it. I'm going to tell you why. They bring that dope game to the dog game. And one thing, like I told you before, they bring that dope game mentality to the dog game. They don't want you to get higher than them. Dope brothers fronting these brothers, this, that. They don't want you to get higher than them. They keep you on a certain level. Keep you on a certain level so you can always have to come back to them. They don't want you to get above them where now you shopping with the other man. Or you going to make moves above the moves they making. Now people looking at you like you the big man. No, they want to keep you on that level. Have you dealing with them. So in order to keep you on that level, they're going to shortchange you here and there. Instead of giving you that grand champion, now you get that two-time winner. You don't get the grand champion, I'm going to give you the two-time winner. Instead of you getting that champion, now I'm going to give you that one-time winner. Instead of you getting that stud that's throwing off all the best dogs, yeah, I'm going to give you this one that I got at producing. He threw off a few good dogs, but most of the stuff he threw off was average. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is, man. Experience over being a newbie all day is because certain things you'll never know until you go through it. You'll never know how brothers get behind their dogs and push their shoulders so slightly. They push their shoulders so slightly in that square that you can't even see it, but they push their dog forward. You won't know to look for that. You won't even know to look for that when you a newbie. You won't even know to look for certain things in that square back then if you was a newbie. All you was trying to do was make sure your dog win, and you didn't know all the little tricks, all the little trades when it come to certain things. When you're a newbie, you don't know this dog could be sterile. This man selling me this grown dog here, he crazy. Why he selling me this? It seems like it's unbelievable. You don't know to look for sterile dogs. Dogs not producing. You don't know certain things when it comes to this dog game, man. And that's just all it is to it. It's what you're trying to say is, I know what you're trying to say, bro, is why can he do it if I can't do it? You know what I'm saying? Why can he do it if I can't do it and you right? Why can he do it if you can't do it? But if you just that lucky, where you can hit the lottery on your thing like that, untested, breeding untested, where you can hit the lottery. You know, every now and then it happens like that for brothers. Every now and then it happens like that for brothers. But listen, we talking about back in the days, because when we talking about modern day times, everybody got to breed untested. I'm not going to get up here, like I said before, on this mic and tell you got to test your dog to breed them. You know, everybody got to breed untested. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. One thing about it, like I always say, man, I learned this a long time ago. No matter how hard you say it, no matter what you say, how many times you say it, everybody ain't gonna comprehend what you're trying to say or what you're trying to do or how you're trying to get it across. Everybody not gonna comprehend it. Hey, I want to send a big salute out there to my brothers out there in that music game, man. Dropping them tracks, them brothers who hit at the studio up. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all brothers, hey, I DJ'd at least 15 years, at least 10 years. You know, I had my own hour on the radio station, 5 o'clock traffic jam. You know, did the clubs, did the mix CDs, did all that. You know, that's why I support my brothers doing that music. And like I say, if you need any help to my brothers trying to do something positive, you know, and got some good mixed down, good sounding quality music, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. And like I say, I don't do this because I'm looking for something out of this from you, because I can get music from YouTube all day long. I can get music all day long without going to any of you brothers. But PBK9 is telling you, rock with me. You know, I'm rock with you and help you do your thing. You know, at the end of the day, as long as it's something positive, that's what we about when it comes to these dogs. That's what we about when it comes to these people. You know what I'm saying? But on the end of that note, man, unexperienced dog, man, like I said, they think they know it all. And experienced dog, man, just sit back and cake off of that. You know, one thing, experienced dog, man, love to run into an unexperienced dog, man, that thinks he's experienced, that thinks he knows it all. That's the experienced dog man's dream. To my brothers out there, you know, that's the experienced dog man's dream, to run into an inexperienced dog man that thinks he's experienced. Yeah, man. Let's keep this thing going, man. Let's keep this thing going. You know, now, one thing about it, man, the past, you know, when we talk about these dogs, the past is the foundation, man. The past is the foundation, but the future is what it's about, man. A lot of y'all brothers acting like it's still about the past. Y'all better wake up and realize, man, it's about the future. It's about longevity in this dog game. You know, longevity. For my brothers who don't know what longevity means, lasting in something long. The ability to last in a situation a long time. You know, longevity. Will you be in the dog game long, thinking the way you think, moving the way you move, doing what you do? You know, that's what we have to ask ourselves. That's what we have to ask each other. You know, at the end of the day, like I say, man, it's about longevity in this pit bull game. You know, the foundation is cool. All the old school stories, they cool. But I love to tell new school stories about these new school dog men and these new school brothers with the new school things they doing with these dogs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't get a kick out of giving the dog news. I get a kick out of giving that good dog news. Y'all brothers acting like y'all scared to do good stuff with these dogs. You know, and if I don't get no good stuff, how can I post it? Brother said one time, you post a lot of negative stuff with the pits. Hey, I'm just posting what the news giving you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers want me to post something positive, start doing positive stuff with these dogs. What you want me to do? Get up here and lie and make up shit to make the dog game look a certain kind of way? Nah, I'm going to give it to you how it is. Do positive stuff, and I'm going to give you positive stuff on my channel. I see this brother doing something positive with the dogs, I'm going to broadcast it. I see these dogs doing something, I'm going to broadcast it. But if whatever the news give me, that's how I'm going to give it to you. Plain out and simple. You know, you don't like it, you know what to do. Some going to like it, some ain't, man. Some going to like it, some ain't. Okay, now, you know, let's talk about this one crazy question. You know, I want to talk about, I seen a brother ask on Facebook. Crazy question. Crazy question. Brother asked, you know, no disrespect to none of the brothers that comment in this or brother that dropped this comment. You know, who are the best black breeders in 2023? Oh, my brother, you lost, my brother, asking that question, my brother. You are lost, my brother, having that on your mind, thinking about who is the best black breeder, you know, and that's from the day you got in the dog game, no matter if you was in the 70s, the 80s, the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, worrying about who the best black breeder. Having that conversation, that thought in your mind, it's already got you in the slums. It's already got you in the what they call the swamps. Chico called the swamps. The swamps, worried about the best black breeder. So let me ask you this. When you find the best black breeder, what you gonna do when his dogs can't compete with the best Russian breeder, with the best white breeder, with the best European breeder, with the best Spanish, Mexican, South American breeder? When his dogs can't compete with that, what you gonna do? Look for the best Mexican breeder? Look for the best white breeder? Look for the best Russian breeder? What you gonna do? See, when it comes to finding you a good quality dog, my brother, there's only one way to it. Finding the best breeder. Damn a color. Give a damn if you white, purple, green, or orange. Whoever producing the best bulldogs is all you need to be worrying about from the day you enter this dog game, my brother. When you let other brothers get into your head to start thinking where the best black breeders at, where the best white breeders at, brother, you lost. You know, you're gonna end up with mediocre stuff. If you don't already have mediocre stuff, my brother, the only goal to this shit is to worry about who got the best dogs. You know? Worry about who got the best dogs. And you said, and y'all brothers said in the comments, something about reality or something. But the thing is, reality is, when you in the dog game, you don't worry about where the black man at with the best dogs, where the white man at with the best dogs. You worry about where the man at with the best dogs. You want to be, see, I can't be up here trying to help teach y'all brothers how to think like a damn winner. You know, you want to think like box jumpers. And I'm trying to help brothers think like winners. So you got to, that's why I told y'all, man. That's why I told you when I came up in the dog game. When I was hollering at certain black brothers, I wasn't getting the dogs that I was looking for. And when I holler at certain white brothers, I had dogs that I can go and run shit with. It didn't matter to me what is black and white and all that. I never even, listen, up until this modern day YouTube and all that stuff, y'all brothers talk more of that black and white type shit. Blacks getting blackballed than I ever heard in my damn life. You know, when I seen black brothers with dogs back then, and it wasn't the kind of dogs I want, it wasn't no, I don't want to get this dog from him because he black. I'm going to go holler at the white man. No. Only reason it make me say these statements is because of the stuff that y'all say in modern day times. The black man was blackballed. This and that. Man, listen. Some of y'all brothers blackball yourselves. Another thing I know, a lot of y'all brothers don't want to pay for dogs. You want dogs for $250. So when you get dogs for $250, now you start your yard up. Now you hate on these other brothers with dogs who got a whole level of dogs that your dogs can't even compete on. And now you making all these sales with your bullshit-ass mediocre dogs. You making all these sales with your bullshit dogs. And then finally, when they see a real dog and see the level and the quality that these real dogs coming on, you know, then it's a whole different ball game, whole different story. A lot of these brothers, they never had certain qualities of dogs because they don't want to pay for them. And I'm here to tell you, if you are one of the brothers who don't want to pay for a dog, you have what you got now. Either somebody else shit you done stole or a bunch of bullshit. You know, bunch of bullshit. It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. We can't be worrying about who the best black breeder. I'll be damned if I'm going to look for the best black breeder. This ain't a best black game. This ain't a game where there's only black people in. This ain't a game where there's only white people in. This ain't a game where there's only Mexicans in. So why the hell am I going to look for the best Mexican breeder? Not talking no shit, my brother. They're trying to keep you on point. You know, whether you're old or young, they're trying to keep you on point. Focus on something other than the color of the breeder. Focus on the actual dog. You know, focus on the dog, my brother. Focus on the dog. Now, this is going left. Now, one thing I know about the dog game and any game, a lot of y'all brothers out there, like I said earlier in this video, you let brothers think for you. You know, is he real? Is that brother real? Or are you just scared of that brother? You pay attention, my bros. Pay attention, my bros. A lot of folk call folk real when they're afraid of them, when they're intimidated by them. You know, they call them real. Or they put them on high pedestals. You know what I'm saying? They put them on high pedestals. Now, let me get to another question one of my dog brothers asked, you know, throughout these dog boards. How many hours a day do you need in your keep? How many hours a day do you need or do I use for my keep when I get my dog started in a keep program? How many hours a day? You know, I'm going to say it like this, my brother. I don't do it by the hours. I do it by the feel. You know, I do it by the feel, man. I do it by the way these dogs feel and the build of the dog. You know, because every day ain't a dog's best day. Every day ain't a dog's best day. And the whole thing is to try to build endurance, build strength, you know, and build y'all mental bond together. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of brothers telling you about the physical, the air, the strength, you know, but they better make sure you build that mental bond with them. If you're not already bonded with your dog, and even if you are already bonded with your dog, you know, once you start that keep, once you start that workout program, you must let your dog know it's on. It's game time. You know, this ain't everyday thinking. You know, we about to go into battle. When I say battle, I don't mean fighting. I mean competing on any damn level when it comes to these dogs. Battling. Going out there, that confirmation show, battling against other brothers in them confirmation shows. Going out there in that treadmill racing, battling. When he in that keep, it's a whole different mind frame. You know, whole different mind frame. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I take every day for its own. You know what I'm saying? We might work hard these 2 days. We might do this these 2 days. When the next day I might feel like, yeah, we got it in. We might. And the thing about it, my brother, this is me. Everybody keep is different. You know what I'm saying? I don't put my keep on a time frame. You know, I don't put my keep with time limits. You know, he might get his, let's say if he running 30 minutes on the mill, he might run that 30 minutes on the mill. He might do some flirt pole work, but you think I'm going to put him up on a chain for the rest of the day? You know, that dog might go for a walk. Not no walk that I time. I'm talking about walk, just chilling, hanging out. You know, that dog might go do some other activities. All that stuff going to be added into the workout program. And all that stuff is going to be added into when I start thinking about when he needs rest days and stuff like that. I start keeping all that stuff. I don't keep just the treadmill in mind when I'm thinking about my rest days. I'm keeping every activity he did in general throughout that day in my mind when it comes to his rest days. You know, rest days are important. Rest days are just as important as work days. You know, you got to let the muscles build up. You got to let the dog itself build back up. You know what I'm saying? Get that strength, or you start seeing a stale dog. You start seeing where he just seeming like he's not giving you his all. You just got to let him know, just like you need 2 or 3 days off a week or 1 day off a week. You know, and when you push it and you work 7 days a week and you grind and to get that check, it really shows at the end of the month. You be like, damn, boy, I've been working all month. I had 2 days off. One day last Saturday and one day 2 weeks ago. Man, that junk paid. I mean, I made a whole bunch of bread, but my body tired. My body wore down and I can feel it, And when you go to sleep, man, you might sleep for a whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way with the dogs. Feel it. Get the feel of what your dog needs, what your dog wants, what your dog want to do. If you work your dog on whatever workout program you're working on, and then it done been 3 hours already, and your dog full of energy still, where you gonna just put him up? And it's like the beginning of the day, your dog full of energy, you finish your workout, he ready to work, he ready to keep working, he ready to work. You don't necessarily have to put him on a meal. You gotta use your brain to find out other activities. Don't stay small thinking, small minded to keep yourself subject to treadmill, flirt pole, weight pull. In those ways, using the basic tactics, flirt pole with your pole, weight pull with your regulars pulling weights, and your treadmill. Use your brain to get them same activities using other things, using other routes, other events. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do, man. That's all you got to do, because trying to use what I say in my program far as, go out there and work your dog for an hour. This day, go out there working for an hour and a half. That day, hour and a half. Listen, man, I'm going to be leading you to destruction. You got to pay attention to your dog. Every dog is different. Every dog desires a different amount of attention. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to know it. And know when y'all in battle mode, what you trying to do. You that coach in that corner of them boxers, give him them techniques of what he got to do in the next round. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to do is have that dog best interest at heart at the end of the day. And that's all I got to say about that one, brother. It's like comparing a fighter who stays in the gym, who's always in shape, comparing him to somebody who's only trying to get in shape when the events come. Somebody who's only trying to get in shape when the events come is going to have a harder time than the fighter that's trying to stay in shape his whole year. When you got them boxers, he don't got to stay on the dime, on the weight, but they pretty much staying in shape throughout the whole year compared to the ones that's staying fat throughout the year, and when it's time to go to an event, now he want to get in shape. Those are your less healthy fighters. Those are your less healthy fighters. Now, we on this subject right here. A good handler can do more with a dog, a good dog with less mouth than your alligator that's not as game. A good handler would rather have a good game dog with less mouth, because he can do a whole lot with that, especially when it comes to his good handling ability, than an alligator. See, I always wondered why the modern day time brothers, you always hear them talking about mouth. Nobody's focusing on gameness. So when you always wondering about breeding, this breed was not created for mouth. When I say that, I mean, they didn't start this breed to say, these dogs are biting hard. No, they created this breed because these dogs are game. These dogs are made to keep going at the bulls, keep going at whatever the animal they was baiting in them days. They kept going. They didn't keep going with the most tremendous mouth. No, they kept going. It wasn't because they can go rip the bull or the whatever they was baiting them with in the circle back in them days. They weren't because they can go rip the leg off or something like that. No, it's because they stayed in that square. They stayed in that circle with that bull, with that cow, whatever they was, hog, whatever they was taking down, a bear. They stayed in there. So a good handler could do more with a good game dog with less mouth. That's a good handler love a good game dog with no mouth. He could do wonders with that. But a dog with all that mouth that lacks gameness, that these brothers be big on these days, they big on the mouth and low on the gameness. They quiet on the gameness, big on the mouth. Kind of remind me of something. You know what I'm saying? Kind of remind me of something. But hey, it is what it is, man. The thing about it, You got dog men that build off a few dogs, and you got dog men that sell anything. You know what I'm saying? Crosses don't build legacies. You know what I'm saying? Crosses don't build legacies. Dogs build legacies. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean pedigrees don't build legacies. Because you see Pelican Bay, you buy a dog Pelican Bay, and then you buy a dog from Evolution, and you saying, oh, these gonna be legacy dogs, right? Or these dogs are gonna build my legacy. The thing about it, you gotta make them dogs build a legacy. You can't worry about if you got the dog from me. You can't worry about if you got the dog from the next man, or you got the dog from the next man, far as what that dog gonna be. Cause see, these brothers getting these dogs from people. And when I say this, I don't mean the dogs aren't great dogs. Dogs are great dogs. But the thing about it, they're unknown dogs. You know, in order to build a legacy upon that dog, it's gonna take you putting that dog name out there. Modern day times we talking about, you know, modern day times. So that's why I say crosses don't build legacies. Dogs build legacies. When I say crosses, I'm speaking on when you look at them papers, when you see this look good going together with that. Oh, this a good. Listen, Sambo was Red Boy Jeep Jocko. Red Boy Jocko Jeep. High percentage of Red Boy, high percentage of Jeep. I cannot go try to do a high percentage of Red Boy, high percentage of Jeep with the Jocko in it now to try to get the same thing and hope that's going to come out the same way. Crosses don't build legacies. Dogs build legacies. Every dog is different, no matter how and what you think. No matter if they off the same litter, same pedigree, same bloodline, whatever. They still got the same genetics, but every dog carry his own little design. You know? His own little design. It's like you and your siblings and your brothers and sisters. All y'all got the same mama and daddy, but y'all all got your own little design. When y'all kids start coming, your kids design like you, not like other ones. They may favor different ones in the brothers and sisters in the family. They may favor them. They may look like them, you know, because we have that all the time. But for the most part, your offspring is going off your design, you know? So just remember, dogs make legacies, not papers. You know what I'm saying? Not papers. Now, for the guys that don't do interviews, that's thinking they make you hot, or I'm speaking especially around my way, y'all guys acting like y'all want to stay off the interviews. It ain't the interview that's going to make you hot. It's the shit you doing outside in the outside world that's going to make you hot. Don't try to blame it on the dog channels. Don't try to blame it on none of that. You know what I'm saying? What you do is blame it on whatever you're doing outside of that dog stuff that leading you to be in the hot pot. You know, because a lot of these brothers, oh, I want to stay away from, man, listen, the dog channels ain't going to make you hot. You know, only certain ones. When you talk about certain things, this is what's going to make you hot. When you're conducting yourself outside of this YouTube in real life in a certain kind of way is what's going to make you hot. So don't forget that. You know, my local brothers and my out-of-state brothers, don't forget that. Whatever you're doing in your own personal life, it's making you a whole lot, hell of a hotter than telling the old school dog story on Pelican Bay channel. And I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave it at that. I want to send a big shout out to my brother, Liquid Lucky, Russell Shaw, and the gang, and all them brothers down there, Legion Fury 13, all them brothers, Mr. 216, everybody, man. Brother Russell Shaw dropped a picture in the Facebook, you know, and I was checking it out and checking out the comments and stuff, and great picture. You know what I'm saying? Red Boy picture with Red Boy. And all the thing I want to talk about was this picture right here. Is just to show y'all something. You know, look at this breeding of Red Boy being bred to, which looks like a black or a brindle black dog. Now, that's where you get your black Red Boy dogs from. That's not 100% Red Boy. Then you take that back round again, run it back into Red Boy. That black and that brindle is going to be a dominant color. So it's going to still stay there. You know, it'll still stay there, but your dog will be, for the most part, all red boy once you keep inbreeding it back to the daddy. But that black gonna stay there. So when a brother did get a black red boy dog, you could bet your bottom dollar if you went past the black dog into his generations, into the black dog generations, you're gonna see what another dog came at with came in that particular line with other colors. You know what I'm saying? So I had to post that picture in the background, red boy breeding to a black dog, Brindle or black dog, whichever one, old picture, so you never know how it went. But still, that's where your black red boy dogs come from when brothers say, oh, you got pure black red boy. Listen, only way red boy dogs could be pure red boy and black is if you kept inbreeding back to the red boy stuff, kept inbreeding back to the red boy, back to red boy, you know, after you did that out. After you did that out. And then we all know some of the red boy dogs are brindle and different colors. But it's a reason for that. It's a dog that's in that pedigree that's coming off brindle. That's black or either brindle, somewhere back in that pedigree. You know? So we're just going to, keep it at that. See, one thing we know, one thing for sure, a hard mouth will take you around the block. Hard mouth will take you around the block, but a hard, wide heart take you around the world when it comes to these dogs. You know what I'm saying? These brothers want that dog talk, man. PBK not gonna give it to you. I ain't big on mouth. I love mouth, but I ain't one gassed up always talking about mouth. You know what I'm saying? I was one that always wanted one that's gonna leave out your hands. When you let it go, when you release it, leave out your hands. You know what I'm saying? Hard, wide heart. That's what it's all about, baby. Having a hard, wide heart. Now, I do want to say this. It ain't my fault. Because them pedigrees run out. Them old stories run out. It ain't my fault. I thought about coming up with dog news on all levels. Pit bull bust and all. Pit bull bust and all. One thing about it, all that stuff run out. Them pairs, them stories, all that run out. That news every day. That news is every day. PBK9 is going to give it to you, man. Fair and unbiased. Some going to like it. Some ain't. Just the way I tell you, man. Just the way I tell you. Let's keep this thing going, man. Let's keep this thing going. See, on this video right here, I'm about to give you some news, my brothers. We got a Florida man arrested for throwing 15-year-old Shih Tzu in the dumpster. He wrapped it up in a plastic bag. I'm about to give y'all the video. He wrapped it up in a plastic bag and threw the poor dog in the dumpster. Now, if that ain't animal cruelty at its highest, PBK9's giving it to you. Check it out.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand.
Good morning, I'm Sheriff Commander Marcino. Thank you for being here today. Protecting those who cannot protect themselves is a promise that I made to our great residents. My family members and I have the duty to protect everyone. This extends to animals. I personally know the great kindness, love, and comfort they bring. And it also sickens me when I hear about abuse and mistreatment. On Thursday evening, employees of a Family Dollar store in Lehigh Acres found a trash bag inside a dumpster with something moving inside it. Inside the bag, employees found what you see here. Zyla, a 16-year-old Shih Tzu, had a rope tied around her neck and was stuffed into a trash bag. these incredibly caring employees rushed Zyla to the Blue Pearl Pet Hospital and called us to report this intentional abuse. My Animal Cruelty Task Force and East District detectives immediately responded. Detectives quickly located the video surveillance that you can see behind me. This sickens me as you watch this. This video shows a blue vehicle pull up and the driver takes a trash bag with Zyla from the trunk and throws her into a dumpster. You can see on this video that he has absolute zero regard for Zyla. No living thing deserves to be discarded like common trash. The suspect literally throwing a life away. This video is disgusting, and my detectives went full force to find who would do this. Zyla was found to be microchipped, and detectives started following leads. It was discovered that Zyla's original owners were unfortunately deceased. Cross-referencing information and using the latest and greatest technology, key details led detectives to a nearby residence with the same blue car driven by the suspect in the video. When the detectives knocked on the door, they met Anthony Bellman, who was still wearing the identical clothing in that video. Bellman was immediately taken in for questioning. Detectives learned that Bellman had a family. He had told his family members that he was taking Zyla to the Humane Society to be put down that day. Instead, he tried to throw her away in a dumpster, where she could have slowly suffocated to death or died of heat stroke. The hospital examination said that Zyla was on her way to a painful death. If she had not been discovered, her last moments would have been like drowning from the inside out. Bellman was arrested for felony aggravated animal cruelty. We bagged up this trash and gave him a ride to the Marcino Motel. We are already working with our incredible, great state attorney, Amira Fox, and her team to see this case through. And with the recent approval of the Lee County Animal Cruelty Registry by our great and amazing county commissioners, when convicted, Bellman will have his name registered as an animal abuser. This will prevent him from abusing and mistreating animals in our great county. This case is exactly why I created the Animal Cruelty Task Force. To date, the Animal Cruelty Task Force has had 2,712 animal calls, 60 Crime Stopper tips, 154 online complaints through the portal, and 67 reports through the Animal Cruelty Task Force hotline. They've made over 15 felony animal cruelty arrests. The Animal Cruelty Task Force is made up of dedicated detectives that are working alongside their peers, each one taking their incredible experience and abilities to solve cases together. We are one team that comes together to be a voice for the innocent and those that have no voice. Thursday night, Bellman learned a lesson. We, my LCSO family, care about dogs like Zyla, and we care that Bellman is held responsible and answers for his crime. Instead of landing in a dumpster where he belongs, Bellman landed in jail. I couldn't be more proud of the detectives that are standing here. When that call came in, within 2 hours, we had our suspect in custody. I have made it crystal clear. I love this county. We all work and live in this county. We serve great residents. We have law and order. We're not going to allow people to abuse animals. They need to leave our county, because if we have a report of abuse or neglect, this team is coming out in full force to make certain that if that person does commit that act or crime, that we punish them to the fullest extent of the law. Our great state attorney, Amira Fox, and I work hand in hand. The people at the state attorney's office do an amazing job working with our detectives. And I'm proud of Lee County because we hold people responsible for those crimes. I watched that video and it makes me sick. and I'm not going to tolerate it. So anyone thinks they want to play games here, I'm coming out in full force, and I mean that. I'll take some questions.
Sheriff Marcino, according to court records, this guy has already bonded out of jail. That must sicken you, too. What can be done to change that?
So, unfortunately, the judicial process is what it is. He bonded out. I think the most important aspect is that we didn't wait a second. All hands on deck. We identified our suspect, we charged him, and now, when convicted, his name goes on an animal cruelty registry, which is most important. So he's flagged, so he can never do this again. And anyone that wants to Google it, they can go online and they can identify who's on that. And, it's a very particular person that abuses an animal or a child or the elderly, and those that have no voice, evil mindset, and they have no heart. So he's on our radar, and, we will work with our great state attorney to see it right through to the end.
Where is Zyla now?
So Zyla went to obviously get medical attention, and we just got updated. I'm proud of the updates because of the great men and women of the Sheriff's Office and these investigators. Zyla was treated medically and appears to be in great health now. Zyla's 16 years old, but I heard running around in good health, a little bit blind, but hopefully very soon will be adoptable. And you know what? We're going to make certain that Zyla, and I know people already want her, but Zyla's going to get a loving home for however long she's on this earth, and we're going to make certain. So I was in Lee County Domestic Animal Services, and again, from what I hear, doing great. I mean, running around, playing, and thank God. I mean, this is a really big deal. If I ask of you, what I would like is to get the information out and make certain to your viewers and the people listening, you don't get to abuse an animal in Lee County. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you're thinking about when you do it. This team's coming out in full force, and when I say zero tolerance, I mean zero tolerance. We are protecting those that don't have a voice.
When it comes to Bellman, you mentioned that Zyla had, her previous owners were deceased. So how did Bellman come into the picture and take Zyla?
Great questions. Our detectives did such a great job. Now that call comes in for service roughly around 4:30, a little bit later. By 6:30, Bellman is identified, in custody, and being charged. So within that 2-hour period, that microchip leads us to the owners, which were unfortunately deceased. So the original owners of Zyla, they're deceased. But through other investigative tools and technology and great detective work, they're able to match dots, connect dots, and again, watching the video, it leads us right to his house, the same vehicle in the video, the same clothing is being worn, and within, minutes of questioning, we have our suspect in custody.
So is he a family member of her?
So he is a family member of the 2 original owners that are deceased.
Did he ever say why he was, because at first he said he was going to take her to the Humane Society to shelter to be euthanized. It seems like she's doing well, but instead he threw her in the dumpster. Did he at least just say why?
So originally he was taking that dog he believed to be put down, quote, put down. The dog is 16 years old. The dog is blind to a certain extent. But at 16 years old, the dog is running around today healthy and happy. Because this case is open and active, I can't get into the actual details. A great job. I couldn't be more proud. And the message is clear. You abuse an animal in Lee County, Florida, and I promise you, we will hunt you down no matter where you go. We're going to find you, and you're coming back to be fully charged to the fullest extent of the law. So I'm proud of the outcome of this case. While heartbreaking to watch a video like that and bone-chilling, the outcome couldn't be better. Our suspect is charged in custody, and our puppy, I say puppy, 16-year-old puppy, is running around today having a great day alive. It's a great day. That animal abuse, registry, I thank our county commissioners. Once again, they give us all the tools to do our job. That's a big thing for Lee County, to be able to go online and find out who's abusing animals, who's been convicted, and also so they can't further get animals and abuse. That's something that should be done all over the country. Okay, people that abuse animals are very sick people, and later on in life, statistically proven, they'll abuse humans worse. So that's the worst of the worst.
Any
Will you
priors
or
for
have you-
Bellman?
Bellman's priors are DUI out of Ohio.
Will you or have you been in touch with state lawmakers at all to try to change the law that allows them, to bond out so quickly?
It's a very good question, and we do, and we should be working harder on the other side, is what I say, when it comes to being able to bond out. Now, I believe it was a $50,000 bond, which is a very, very large bond, so I applaud our system for doing that. As always, what I want to see is stiffer penalties for those that abuse animals. Again, it's a very specific person that does that, and we are not going to tolerate that behavior. Education and awareness, see it, say it, make the call is a big deal. Here we are. We, law enforcement, can't be everywhere, but thank God to those heroes that they've seen something moving in a dumpster and they take action and they call us. So see it, say it, make the call for the residents of Lee County, everything. Be the eyes and ears and part of the team, part of the solution. Call things in. When you see something that's not right, call it in, because we want to do our job the best we can. So moving forward, we'll work with lawmakers and see if we can make that happen.
And which store was that? Can you tell us which store?
So I don't know the exact store, but it was a store in Lehigh, and I can get that information for you. But again,
We'd love to talk
He-
to the heroes.
heroes. I mean, most people throw trash out and they walk away. For them to see that, for them to take action, to call us, and then furthermore, take that dog to the Blue Pearl hospitals to get treatment, man, they're heroes. They really are. Any other questions? Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
When I give it to you, man, I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut, fair and unbiased. Big salute to my brothers and sisters in the UK once again. Giving you that dog news from the UK. More in-depth detail on what y'all brothers and sisters going to be going through with the bully ban 2024. So y'all check this video out. This is more in-depth detail breakdown of the bully ban for the UK and why they doing it and how they doing it and when everything must be in place and when you got to have your dog and how you got to have your dog and whether they got to be killed or neutered at this particular time. So y'all check this out. PB Canines giving it to you unlike any other. Barry 187, what it is, Miss Mary. Check it out.
There has been widespread coverage, including in the BBC, following our announcement that the XL bully type has been added to the list of dogs banned under a Dangerous Dogs Act. This means that from December 31st, 2023, breeding, selling, advertising, rehoming, abandoning and allowing an XL bully dog to stray will be illegal. Also from December 31st, 2023, XL bully dogs must be muzzled and on a lead in public. We also announced that from February 1st, 2024, it will also become illegal to own an XL bully dog unless it is on the index of exempted dogs. We are not accepting applications for certificates of exemption yet. Further details on how to apply to keep your dog will be provided soon. Guidance for owners as well as the breed definition were also published yesterday. Environment Secretary Therese Coffey said, "We are taking quick and decisive action to protect the public from tragic dog attacks. And today I have added the XL bully type to the list of dogs prohibited under the Dangerous Dogs Act. It will soon become a criminal offense to breed, sell, advertise, rehome or abandon an XL bully type dog, and they must also be kept on a lead and muzzled in public. In due course it will also be illegal to own one of these dogs without an exemption. We will continue to work closely with the police, canine and veterinary experts, and animal welfare groups, as we take forward these important measures." Timeline: although we are not accepting applications for certificates of exemption yet, there are actions owners can take to prepare. Please see a timeline of these below. Date: action up until December 31st, 2023.
It's your boy, PB Canines, giving you that news the way I always do. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay legal out there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. If you're not getting the notifications, like I told you at the beginning of the video, unsubscribe. Hit that subscribe button again. Hit that notification bell, and you should be back working just as fine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. And remember, take care of them dogs. Treat them dogs right. You'll be A-OK. PBK9s, I'm out.
You are now tuned in to the sensei. I am the sensei. Yeah.
This that shit right here. Baby!
It's a special sound.
Daddy, yo, I gotcha.
Easy, baby.
Oh shit, I'm back at it again. Sipping on Patron like gin. Might do the end. Might just pull up in the Benz or Jaguar. Baby, I'm a line at a gas car. Baby, I'm a line at a fast car. Get pushed up like race car. Ayy, my shit run like gold kart. My daddy ran shit like Earnhardt. I run shit like Earnhardt. J-R-A. Pop big shit like A-R. Baby, got taste like sweet talk. Don't try me, I'm a sweetheart like Kevin Hart. Ayy, I'm fucking on camera like Dipset. Baby, I'm freaking like Drip Set. I like Hondas and Corvettes. Ayy, put up in the Honda, I race that. I got gas like racetrack. Get it from my daddy when I say that. Ayy, don't turn your back like it's doggy style. Show up for me like Rolling Loud. Show up for me like girls gone wild. Ayy, no disrespect, I'm a jigaboo. Like Jay-Z, she said jigga hot. Jigga what? Jigga who? Ayy, no disrespect, I'm a jigaboo. Like Jay-Z, she said jigga hot. Jigga what? Jigga who? Ayy, baby turn up for Richie Rich. I super smash Nintendo Switch. Out the park, that's how I hit. Ayy, Frito Dorito nacho shit. Mikasa Sukaso Colosso shit. Rolling Loud gelato shit. Ayy, Flex so hoe get macho man. No disrespect, I'm not your man. Dougie style, Dougie fresh, Dougie hand. Ayy, baby show up like Roscoe Dash. You know it's good, I came like Flash. Lip went wet, I came too fast. Ayy, baby show up like Roscoe Dash. You know it's good, I came like Flash. Lip went wet, I came too fast. Ayy, don't turn your back like it's doggy style. Show up for me like Rolling Loud. Show up for me like girls gone wild. Ayy, no disrespect, I'm a jigaboo. Like Jay-Z, she said jigga hot. Jigga what? Jigga who? Ayy, no disrespect, I'm a jigaboo. Like Jay-Z, she said jigga hot. Jigga what? Jigga who? Ayy, I love you too.